1, 2, 3. Check us out on Spotify. Check us out on YouTube, where we talk about topics you want to discuss, topics you want to talk about. Do we live in a virtual reality? Do we live in the Matrix-like world? Understand and awareness of spirituality and how to collect our thoughts and better ourselves in a positive way, of a positive attitude, and apply it to our daily living, and to better ourselves in all blocks and all parts of forms in life, and understand traditions and systems of belief systems, and understanding ourselves and our value and quality. We talk about varieties of different subjects, so check us out on arrowcody, where we talk about topics you want to cover. Here on arrowcody, signing out. One, two, three. Hello everyone, welcome to arrowcody. Please show a little bit of support and dedication, the hard work and effort you put in. Giving a little bit of shares and dislikes, and leave a comment below on what you want to see on my next show, what topic you want to talk about, and what insights you feel needs to be discussed in the world to hear. So let's begin. How to develop and be more connected through nature. So how to develop and be more connected with nature starts with understanding development and commitment you put in every day of life, so you can become a better you by simply simplifying who you are, understanding who you are, by simply balancing your emotion and not having a ton of weight, by simply letting go of what you think you know and renew yourself on what you need to know. See, what you think all the time is not necessarily what you need, but what you know is definitely what you need. So what you know is definitely how you feel what you need, but you don't really need it. So what you think you need is definitely what you need. So basically, understanding this statement is simply balancing your emotions, being aware of who you are, simply connect yourself towards nature by simply understanding and respecting nature, so nature does not turn on you, and so you don't have to sit here and run and hide behind a mask and be something you're not, to be accepted or be defined by somebody's opinion. So basically, nature is a way to escape through a better understatement of a better commitment of hard work and effort you put in. By giving a little bit of love and compassion towards nature, you're getting in return what is love and compassion for you. So the more you give to nature, the more you receive back in return. So the more you respect nature, the more positive energy will flow in through the atmosphere, and you'll find your place in the universe. So how to connect yourself and understand what nature is to develop yourself is simply by learning that God made nature first. And understanding that God made nature first, you're understanding that God is in control and so is nature. So basically, if the law of attraction applies to getting sick, you're going to get sick. There's no justifying or testifying against that. You cannot justify and say that you will not get sick or you will not end up where you end up, because basically it's the law of attraction. It's the way nature works. If nature says this is going to happen, then this is going to happen. If nature says, well, this is going to turn out this way, so you're going to have to return the tables and go against the obstacles that's given to you in order to apply and achieve your higher achievement. So basically, nature is a way to understand that life happens for a reason, and seasons change for a reason, and seasons also have a flavor of sour or sweet. So it can be better or it can be nice. It can be cruel or it can be cold, depending on how you respect your nature, or depending on how you apply your nature and meditation through the action of deep meditation and motion. Is simply simplifying and understanding what the balance is in this existence. So nature was here before us, and nature's going to be here after us. Nature is what we as human beings should respect, because at the end of it all, and at the end of the day, when you're down and out into the dumps, nature's not going to be there to save you, because you destroyed its habitat. You destroyed the population of the existence of animals that were here before you. So you're destroying its value and its quality that was given to us on this earth to respect, to better ourselves in spiritual awakening, and through understatement of committing yourself to God. So what you're doing is being more complex and through man-made material things instead of being creative and being expressing through the art of the soul that is given to you through nature. So how could you say you know God if you don't even respect nature, if you don't respect the value and the quality of it? You cannot say you know something and not live by what you say you know, or by what you say you believe in if you're not applying it to your daily routine or your daily life. You're totally living a lie, and you're totally bending the truth instead of bending it to what is rightfully God's and rightfully your own. You're bending it to somebody else's belief and somebody else's opinion about it or about you. Now, nature is a way to cultivate, grow, prosper as a beautiful flower. As the seed gets water, it blossoms. Just as a human, when they have a good positive vibe of something, they blossom and they grow and they become a seed, but they also become a flower. It's the same routine. It's the same effort you must put in every day to show that your God lives within you, to show that what you believe in is true. Now, you cannot depend on others and bounce for somebody's belief if you don't even know the true aspects or where they're coming from or how they receive or deceive themselves in what they don't understand. And you fear the unknown, so you sit here and believe or try to follow into the shadows by simply being naive and ignorant instead of being open-minded towards the possibility that nature must not be killed. Nature must not be closed. Nature must not be in a cage. Nature is a respect of an atmosphere to have a positive vibe of the universe to grow towards a better you and a better understanding of who your God is. Meditation comes a long way with that. So does being connected with nature. Simply being connected with earth, you're connected with heaven. If you're not connected with earth, then you're no longer connected towards heaven. You're connected towards man-made material things that's going to cause negative energy, negative behavior, negative thoughts, negative atmosphere, negative thinking, negative behaviors, and negative actions. You do not want that, people. Let me tell you something. When I was homeless, I learned something when I was lost in the woods. Nature was here before us, and we must always respect nature. We must never take away from what nature gives us, because nature is our medicine. Nature is our thought process of accessible way to turn the tables towards achievement and a higher purpose of life. And nature is a way of collecting your thoughts and being more open to the possibility. You may not be right all the time, but you can take bit by bit and piece by piece and put the puzzles together to find what is true and what is necessarily the right way to go. And you cannot find the light until you find what is the cure and the way of understanding who the value and quality of nature is. So understanding the value and quality of it is simply being connected towards it and not being pushed aside away from nature, but being more open and more complete together as brother and sister, as a way of loving can save a soul. Without love, there cannot be no saving. So how could you say you love someone and be connected towards the art of the nature of the art of the soul, which is connected towards you, in order to have love and complex of way to flex a better muscle of enlightenment and acknowledge that you can be awake towards a better achievement by simply loving and caring for one another. By loving and caring for nature, you're loving and caring for yourself. If you don't respect the art of nature, then you don't respect the art of the soul, which is your art of who you are as an individual being. So, who are you to disagree and agree if you can't even come to grips with the fact that you might not have the light found because you're living in a fantasy? You're living by somebody else's belief or somebody else's system or a tradition. You cannot say you know God if you don't know earth. You cannot say you know God if you don't know nature. You cannot say you know God if you don't know yourself. Because you're created in God's image, so you must know yourself. If you don't know yourself, then you don't know your God. So there you go. If you don't know nature, then you don't know the art of the soul and what actions it takes to achieve a higher purpose of life. And if you don't know that, then you're basically living a land of the devil and the land of confusion and a land of lies. So how could you say you understand anything if you cannot understand yourself and your nature and being aware and awake and being complete and connected towards earth? You can't. It's totally, logically, topically impossible. Now, a lot of people say, how could you and how do you understand nature and understand how it works and the law of physics of it, but yet you don't follow my tradition or what I believe in because you're going to hell because you believe something different? Well, let me let you know. Let me let your opinion fly through the ear and out the other, because let me tell you something. God does not look for a religious building to be saved. He looks at the art of the soul. The art of the soul, people. He looks on what you do, what good works you put in, what efforts you do to show you love and care for one another and love and care for nature and being connected towards earth by being connected with nature. So God doesn't look on the opinions of somebody else's behalf. He does not look on a religious building. He does not look on a preacher preaching his ass out saying that you have to do this and have to do that to be saved. No. You are your own teacher. You are your own catalyst. You are your own way of learning who your God is. You cannot depend on others to bounce and save you, because one, they're bound to steal your life away from you. And two, billions and billions and trillions of people lie every single day. Billions and trillions. That's over half of the population, if not more. Let me tell y'all something. No one can save you but you. No one can guide you to the right direction but yourself. You are your own teacher. You are your own guide towards the direction you must take. No one can guide you or point you to the right direction but yourself. God gave you that free will. He says free will for a reason. Why? Because each one of us must find our own destiny, our own pathway towards being more connected towards Him. That's why it's called free will. It's not called free will because you got a different belief. It's called free will because you're trying to find your place in the universe and find your place on earth of being connected with nature to better be who you are as an individual spiritual being. That is what free will is. Now, how could you live a life of lies by depending on others? Let me tell y'all something. If y'all live on depending on others and their lies that they lie about every single day, because billions and trillions, like I said, lie every single day. There's not one person in this world that has never lied. And if there is, they must be a perfect soul. But nobody has a perfect soul. Nobody's immortal. Nobody's perfect. So, let me tell y'all something. to be truthfully honest, if you live in a lie of believing in other people's belief or opinion about you or what you should be living with or living by, then basically you don't know God. You don't know. You do not know God. You do not know your spiritual self. You do not understand who you are. You do not collect your mind's process to access a higher achievement, to commit yourself with hard work and dedication. You do not do none of those freaking things. Okay? Because if you did, you know that God is an image of us as we are an image of Him. God is everything and anything and everything. There is no right and wrong way to believe in God. Just as long as you have a belief and you believe in God, then He's going to save you. And just as long as you believe that you're doing good and you're actually setting in action and applying to your daily life on what you believe in is true, then you will be saved. If you sit here and live towards action and apply it to your daily life and live by what you preach, you will be saved. But if you don't, you will fall from the grace of who and what you stand for. You do not want that, because once that's done, God is totally through with you. Because God knows when you're lying, and He knows when you're serious and trying to make effort and trying to set in action and apply to your daily life. You can say, oh, forgive me, oh, forgive me, oh, forgive me. But if you do the same thing more than once, He's not going to keep on forgiving you. That is the cold hard fact. He's not going to keep on forgiving you. You want to know why? You want to know truthfully why? Because He knows in your heart you're going to do it again. And He knows that you're lying and saying, forgive me, but not going back and trying to redeem yourself with redemption of setting in and applying action to show what you're asking for forgiveness for, that you're truly wanting forgiveness for. See, that's the thing with you people. You call yourself Christians, you call yourself good men and women of this and that, but yet you're not applying to your daily life. You're not being connected towards nature. You're disrespecting nature. You're disrespecting the atmosphere in the universe. You're disrespecting yourself. You're living in a world of lies, and you believe on somebody else's behalf. You'll never find happiness that way. You'll never find truth that way. You'll never find who you are by letting others choose for you. And that is the cold hard fact. That is reality. And you must stay on top, or life will totally downfall you, and you'll fall from the grace of what you stand for. And you'll have negative energy all your life and unhappy all your life. Now, that is it for this show, everyone. Hope y'all enjoy. Hope y'all stay safe. arrowcody signing out. And until next time, stay safe, y'all. Be connected with nature and earth. And find your purpose and develop from there. And don't be so caught up in whims and somebody else's opinion or belief, because you are your own God. You are your own teacher. No one can save you but you. Have a nice day. Stay safe. arrowcody signing out. Until next time, y'all. Boom!